Do you want to spawn unlimited helicopters to practice your flying in Arma Reforger? Well, today you're in luck because I'm going to show you which game mode you can do that in and how you can actually spawn them in within that game mode. It's highly recommended before you go and fly a helicopter in conflict to learn how to fly first. Helicopters and helipads cost a lot of supplies in conflict, so if you're wasting helicopters by crashing them, people are going to get pretty upset and they're not going to let you fly. You might even get kicked from the game. So to prevent that from happening, I'm going to show you how you can get into a Game Master game mode and spawn as many helicopters as you want so you can practice how to fly and practice maneuvers, whatever you would like to do in that helicopter. I'll get right to it. The first thing you're going to see is this main menu. There's two ways you can play the Game Master game mode, but for this instance, I highly recommend just doing it in a private session just by yourself. And to do that, you're going to want to go down to scenarios, select that, and scroll all the way down through all these scenarios to either Evron or Arland. It's really up to you which one you want to practice flying on, but Evron gives you more land mass and more things to fly around and see. So in order to get into a private Game Master, all you have to do is come down to this and press A. When you first load into a Game Master, you're not going to have any factions selected, so you won't be able to actually spawn into the game. So in order to do that, you have to hold pause and then select A on whichever faction you prefer. It honestly doesn't matter which one you choose, especially for this situation. Once you have one selected, you just back out. Now, if you want to spawn your character, you're going to have to spawn. So the first thing you want to do is go down, select a spawn point here, and place it wherever you'd like. I like this area as like a starting point because it's got like firing range and an obstacle course over here, but the area doesn't matter. Once you have your spawn point placed, you're going to want to hold that button in the top left to go into the deployment setup area. If it doesn't work, I say go back into Game Master by holding select and Y or triangle, and then go back into that respawn menu and try doing it again. And that time it worked. So yep, typical stuff, join group, hold A to spawn, and you'll be automatically highlighted on the spawn point that you just placed. Once you're spawned in, if you're wanting to get a helicopter, all you do is hold select and Y or triangle to go back into Game Master. And to find the helicopter, there's a couple of ways to make it faster, but the way that you can do it is you go press down on the D-pad, press right bumper or R1 to this page, and you can scroll all the way to it. But what's a little bit faster is if you open the entity browser and just scroll through here. So let's say I'm looking for this Huey, I'm gonna click on that, and now it'll automatically swap to that page on the bottom. It doesn't give you the Huey, you still have to go down on the D-pad and select it in the entity browser. But then you can just place it anywhere you'd like. Let's place it here. And boom. And you can do this with as many helicopters as you want, so that way you can just get into another one once it crashes, or once you crash you can spawn in a new one. And you could also spawn in other types and stuff like that. If you want to have the gunship or if you want to have the Mi-8, you can do that too. Game Master is a really good game mode for new players to understand the game a little bit more. If you wanted to place 100 AI in this field and just gun them down with an LMG, you could do that. But since we're learning to fly today, I'm just going to get into this helicopter and start it up. Once you're in the helicopter, it should tell you everything you need to know in the bottom left. And here's a couple bonus tips for flying a helicopter. If you hold pause, you can go into third person and back out of third person. In order to free look, you have to hold right bumper or R1. But as soon as you let go of that, it's going to snap back to the center of your screen. You can also free look in third person, but again, it's going to snap right back to the center. But yeah, this is how you can fly around and use up as many helicopters as you'd like. And let's say I crash here, it's going to put you right back into GM mode, in which case you can either go back over here or just spawn a new helicopter. And again, if you want to respawn your character again, you just double tap A, and there you are. And then you can hold select and Y or triangle, and boom, back to the helicopters. Now it does take some time to fully master a helicopter, but I say after about a week, you can go into a public game and do troop transport. I wouldn't recommend doing gunship runs and Overwatch and stuff like that until you can really feel comfortable in a helicopter, but doing the troop transport is going to get you a lot of time practicing on takeoffs, landings, and flight maneuvers. If you learned something new, if you enjoyed this video, if you thought I was informative, leave a like, subscribe, comment what I can go over better, comment what I can go over next. Any engagement is appreciated, and if I only help one person learn how to do this, then I'm happy. But yeah, until next time, peace!